Hello. Um, right, no one's quite here yet, which is fine. I don't know what to expect. I'm very nervous. I've just woken up. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess I might start off just by answering your questions. I do have some questions already lined up. Let's have a look here, shall we? Oh, oops. Where are we? Okay. So, hello. I've just woken up. As I've mentioned, I might have said, very tired. So, excuse me if my energy is like kind of weird, kind of subdued. But yeah, I did have a list of questions to answer. What I will do now, I shall scroll down to the bottom of the list, unless you had a question you wanted to ask or a comment you want me to reply to. It's kind of a weird concept, I think, relatively, I guess, autocratic. But I do have these questions. Where are they? So, first question, Monica, thank you for this. Do you watch your own ASMR videos to relax? And no, never. I can't think of anything less relaxing than my own voice or my own kind of hands, I guess. Not too certain. But yeah, I think I've watched GB ASMR once, had a similar question. She was just like, no, in no world. Okay, I think occasionally when editing, if there's like a non-verbal trigger, like I need to make sure as well. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because I'm not sure. I hope my microphone is connected and actually working. So there's that as well. Sweet. The next question. 5 countries you've ever visited, and will you come back to Australia? In parentheses, Melbourne. Going back to Melbourne in December, where we used to live in Melbourne, obviously, so going to be going back there to visit. And yeah, that should be fun. 5 countries, I suppose. I really enjoyed. There's a place in Indonesia called Nusa Penida. There's like a cluster of 3 islands. And I really had a good time. Sort of traveling around there, traveling through there and everything. But I guess, yeah, what else? Denmark was pretty good. Denmark was interesting because it's gone very dark. I haven't got any lighting at the minute. I might open them blinds actually in a second. Yeah, I think Denmark was awesome because it was proper flat and everyone was just cycling about. We went to a place called Christiania, which is like a sort of self-governing society in the centre of Copenhagen. That was pretty outrageous because, yeah, it was just cool. So everyone was living their lives and sort of, yeah, living their own self-governed lives, which is quite an interesting thing to see. Yeah. Boxers or briefs? Boxers, cats, dogs, or none? That's a great question. Dogs, I guess, at a push, but cats have such merits, man. Cat's fur is so soft, like it's crazy to see. Like if you feel a cat, it is like water, but like fur. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But then dogs have that like sort of like I'll never leave you alone personality, which is usually endearing, but at the same time can also be, a lot. So it depends. But mostly dogs, I think. I love that. If you could save one endangered animal species, which one would it be and why? That's my fridge. I don't know if you can hear that. Please let me know if you can. It would be the kiwi bird, because why not? There's not many left, and it's an awesome bird. That was from Luis, by the way. Thank you, Luis. I hope I said that right. Michael Thompson. I'm curious as to what's inspired you to start ASMR and what the driving force for you has been to keep making videos over such a long time. First thing, I've always watched ASMR, basically. There's a door. Did you hear that? Usually I have to edit that stuff out, but no, not today. Not today. It's live. Yeah, so I guess the first reason I wanted to make ASMR was, well, I used to do YouTube full time, and then I just stopped making YouTube videos, right? So a couple of years ago, 4 years ago now, geez, I was like, well, what videos do I like to watch, right? what videos do I like to watch? And the answer was ASMR. Basically, it's like the dominant type of video I watch on YouTube almost every day, pretty much. So I was like, well, I'll just start making ASMR videos. And I guess, the driving force to keep making them is, especially recently, because obviously I had some pretty large breaks because of life and everything. But I guess the driving force is I like it. I like ASMR. I like making them. It's a bit of fun. And I'm trying to obviously put my own spin, my own twist on the concept there. So, but these recently I've been doing these daily uploads, which have really helped because it's for me to have a goal in the day. It's something I've got to complete by day's end, and sort of keeps me accountable to have that consistent routine, especially within creating videos and building the content, which I'm quite happy with. Yeah, that's something. I guess another add-on to this question from Michael here would be, does the repetitive nature of triggers and doing the same triggers over multiple videos make it hard to find the motivation to keep making videos? Yeah, probably. Sometimes. If you do enough, you might have noticed I'm not doing boyfriend roleplays anymore because they got a bit repetitive and a bit samey. I found it hard to keep being genuine in them. And I thought, if you can't be genuine, what's the point of making those videos, So I stopped. I'm not saying I won't return to it, but maybe in the future if there is an opportunity to do that. But otherwise, nah. But yeah, I guess with the doctor videos as well, there's more variation you can do with doctor videos, but at the same time, I'm taking a bit of a break from them just because sort of getting a bit samey, a bit disgenuine kind of stuff. What is the impact you want to have on people who watch your content? Again, from Michael. That's a very good question, and I don't often consider it, which is weird, considering it's ASMR. But I guess just like the same impact I would like to receive from an ASMR video, which is feeling, more content, more relaxed, and overall, I guess, more confident in the next day. Because you have some really crap days, and it's nice to come home and just sort of chill out with an ASMR video and just feel a bit better. So yeah, I guess that would be the impact I would like to have. Wait, this is a YouTube comment. Favorite color? It's red. Or is it? I don't know. What my favorite color is. It's hard to choose. There's so many. Can you think of a new color? That's my question. Right now, trying to think of a new color. You can't do it. Our imaginations have these parameters set around them, and it's terrible. I've never felt like more of a failure. Try and think of a new number. Can't do it. Can't. It's impossible. So yeah. If you are currently watching this, by the way, I think there is a live chat. I don't know how it works. I've never done one of these before. So if you were curious to ask or comment something, give us a little type. Give us like that. Okay. Where are we? From Miss Karamak, my question is, what is a topic or fact you love to talk about because you know a lot about it, or find it fascinating, but other people don't always seem as interested in it? That's a lovely question because there's so many. Rugby would be an obvious one, but if I had to get... So one of my classic icebreakers at parties, which is very hit or miss, is, hey, do you know what the etymology of the word sheriff is? And they'd be like, no, because I only read about it in a weird facts list, but I'll share it with you now. So the etymology of the word sheriff is, back in not medieval England, let's say, the communities were called shires, right? And the person who oversaw the law and the rule and order of this shire, this community, was called the reeve, full title being the Shire Reeve. And then when the 13 colonies were established in the USA, they still sort of retained the Shire Reeve title, but obviously they didn't call their communities shires. So they just kept calling the Shire Reeve the sheriff, and that's where the word sheriff comes from. And some people will go, "Oh, right," and others will go, "Oh, right," and that's the general response I get. So there is, I guess that would be the first thing that springs to mind. But there's a lot of things I talk about where people seem very disinterested. So yeah, I guess. Nathan asks, what do you do as your day job? Great question. And I think I might actually make a video on the different jobs I have held. So I must start at the beginning. When I was 12, I had a paper round. And I cycled around the neighborhood posting papers, newspapers into letterboxes. And then after that, I worked at Chipmunk's Playland and Cafe, where I was Charlie the Chipmunk, and I would dress up in this like big chipmunk suit and wander around with all the kids and everything. And also, I would occasionally wash dishes. And then after that, my phone. Don't know if you heard that. After that, I was a swim instructor. No, I mowed lawns for a while. At some rich guy's house. But then, yeah, I was a swim instructor. And then I did swim instructing for a long time. Then I became an assistant manager at the swim school. And after that, what happened after that? I became a full-time YouTuber for a while. Did YouTube full-time for a couple of years. And then I was like, screw this. This is terrible. And then I worked in a kiwi fruit pack house for a while, packing kiwi fruit, strapping up the pallets of the stack of kiwi fruit boxes. And then after the kiwi fruit pack house, I had a few odd jobs, worked removals. I was a tree surgeon for a while. I got an arborist. After that, I was a bricklayer, electrician's assistant. Then from there, I became a welder, like a metal fabricator, working at the Melbourne Airport, Telemarine. From there, whilst I was still working there, also putting up hoarding and stuff, I went to being a bartender. And then I was also like an assistant manager at this bar-hostel thing. I also lived in the hostel for about just over half a year. And then from there, I obviously went to England and worked in a council in Kirklees Council, West Yorkshire. That was just like doing community support and organising community's response to things. And then I came back to New Zealand, and now I work in an office, gradually selling my soul day by day. Where I'm like an account manager, so my main role is wining and dining, basically, with large clients of the tech company I work for, and it's the worst. I hate it so much. So yeah, I'll be ditching that soon. Just need to find the next thing to do, basically. So yeah, good question. Thank you. That is my answers to your question. And next one, I did have it. I've completely lost it. Let's scroll down again. If you were president of the world, think global traveler. You've actually watched my videos for a long time, so it's nice to see you still rocking around. I think you're one of the first comments I ever received, so appreciate that. If you were president of the world, parentheses, as you should be, it's very sweet, wrong. I would be a horrible president of the world. I would make so many poor choices, and I think I may be the catalyst for the destruction of the human race. But which law would you put in place, and which law, if any, would you remove? Good question. I actually responded to that saying, great question, and I haven't thought about it at all. So I guess, what law would I make? I don't know. No idea. Probably. Well, there's just so many. I guess. Rebuild Pangaea, maybe. Rebuild the supercontinent. We've all drifted away, and now I want us to, in that supercontinent the dinosaurs lived on, let's just make it again, and just wander around in some sort of like weird, feudal society. Get rid of all comforts of modern society, and yeah, let's just go right back to the Stone Ages. That would be what I would do. Terrible, really, really awful. But yeah, that is probably what I would do. Oh, so the chat isn't working, which is weird. I don't understand how live streams operate at all. It's so strange. But yeah, seeing as I have run out of questions to actually answer, I was kind of hoping there'd be some more coming in here. I don't know why I don't know. I don't even know if you can comment. Can you comment? This is so confusing. I might just ramble for a while. So something I wanted to mention is I have started a TikTok, which is something I swore I'd never do. But last night I was in bed and I thought, well, I wonder if I'm on TikTok. So I'm not. And so I googled. No, so I tried making an account, ASMR with Ollie, which is my YouTube name, right? And it was taken. I was like, it can't be. No way. I'm the only one. I'm unique. As it turns out, no, I'm not. So I googled ASMR with Ollie on TikTok, and good God, I'm on there. People have uploaded my videos to TikTok, which is fine. Like, I don't mind. It was just weird that seemed like something people thought would be a good idea. Like as if my content would draw some form of activity on their TikTok, which is weird. I thought. But yeah. So anyway, I've made a new TikTok. It's called ASMR with Ollie _ just to differentiate from that other ASMR with Ollie. And yeah, I've uploaded 2 videos so far. Oh, it's dark again. Look at that. I've uploaded 2 videos so far. One of which is the fastest haircut, one of which is the fastest face inspection, and I'm gonna start doing like original content on there as well. So if you're interested, if you do have TikTok, check it out. ASMR with Ollie _ and then went 62. So my favorite number is 62, which is a unique one. I think I chose it when I was like 8, and it's just sort of become a bit sentimental to me now, whereby I know if someone says, "What's your favorite number?" and all my email addresses and stuff have 62 in them, just because, apart from my personal email, which is ollielangdon@gmail.com, shouldn't have said that. Yeah, guys, see, this is why editing helps so much. ollielangdon@gmail.com, which is I'm really proud of, because no one else really has just their name and their Gmail. I was quite pleased with that. Yeah, actually, it got hacked the other day, which was horrible. So I was sitting at the couch just there, and yeah, I get this notification come on my phone. It's like, you approved the sign in. So I'm like, what's that? I tapped on it, and by tapping on it, I approved the sign in. And then I was like, oh no. And then 3 minutes later, I got another email saying, your password's been changed. I was like, no, it hasn't. I haven't done that. That's not something I've done. And then another 2 minutes later, it said, your 2FA, your two-factor authentication phone number has been changed. I was like, no, it hasn't. That's a terrible situation to be in. And then, yeah, so that was like, probably spent half the night just trying to fix that, and eventually got around to it. Google support's terrible, by the way. Google doesn't care about anything, which is a shame. So yeah, that's something to. I mean, I know I'm on YouTube right now, but I'm well aware of how terrible YouTube support is. Considering, I've lost access quite a few times. But yeah, I don't think you can hear my fridge. I hope not, because that would be annoying. I've actually shown you around. I think there was one comment saying I'd love to see around your city, right? So apparently I'm on the 25th floor of an apartment building in Auckland. I'm not really from Auckland. I'm not from Auckland at all. Actually, my life story. Let's go into that. So I was born on an island called Herm. It's an island of about 50 people in the English Channel, like just off the coast of France. And I was there till I was about 5. And then we moved to England, southwest. Lived there for about 6 years, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. Then I moved to New Zealand when I was like 9 or 10. Basically grew up in Tauranga, or like Te Puke mostly, which is like kiwi fruit territory. So there's like just a bunch of kiwi fruit being made there, basically. Really rural, really cool, like really kind of rustic, and yeah, not much goes on, but it's just like sick. It's just awesome, best place in the world, basically. And then from Te Puke moved to Wellington for a while. When I was like 15, I moved in with my brother. Slept on the camp bed in the corner of his room. And then from Wellington, moved back to Tauranga for a bit. Then moved to Auckland for a while. Another job I forgot to mention. I was a TV producer for a while on a TV show called The Project here in New Zealand. It was like a live show where it's like kind of like comedy news kind of. Yeah. And then after that, I went into the queue for a pack house because I can't really hack corporate life. I'm not very corporate. I don't know why. It's just really difficult to do corporate stuff. So yeah, there's that. What else? Oh, and then obviously back to Tauranga. Then from Tauranga, I moved to Melbourne. We lived in the city centre for a while in the hostel. Bevan Mix Backpackers, if you're ever interested, great place, really interesting vibe. Has like a pigeon graveyard, so it's got this like space between the floor and one of the rooms, which was like pre-built cabins kind of. There's this gap there, and there's a slight. It's all meshed apart from this little hole where pigeons would fly in, but they couldn't get back out because the hole, the mesh had sort of bent inward, so it was a larger opening on the way in than it was on the way back out, and they'd fly in there and like get stuck. It was pretty horrible. Some pigeons would be born and like live their whole lives in like a sort of Plato's cave allegory kind of thing. So yeah, then we moved to Brunswick West, where we lived in a house that was scheduled for demolition, which was awesome because the landlords didn't care about anything, right? And I remember one time coming back from work and there was a guy just like testing the soil. He's like, just testing the soil, mate. Just testing the soil for you. I was like, thanks, appreciate that. That's exactly what I wanted. So thank you. But yeah, so they were going to build like 3 different units on the land that was on that house, and I was going to knock it down. So they didn't really care what we did, which was awesome. So we just did all sorts of stuff. And then yeah, moved to West Yorkshire with my partner Nicole, and lived there. We lived in a council flat for a while in a place called Clockeen, and then from there we moved to a house in Etymology, like nice little cul-de-sac, 2 bed, 2 up. It was quite cool. Really interesting. Obviously, never really lived in a house like that before, so that was really great to see. And then yeah, we moved back to Auckland. We weren't necessarily intending to be in Auckland because I've not got many connections here. My parents moved up here a little while back, so it's good to be close to them. But initially, we were looking at moving to Wellington and everything because Nicole's doing her master's in criminology at the minute, so it's kind of crunch time. She has a dissertation or thesis, one of them, due next week, and that's like the final hurdle, and then she can go into PhD stuff. So yeah, I feel really bad about the chat not working. Kind of ruins the purpose of a live stream, I think. So I might try this again another time. I don't know why it's done this. I'm just going to type something. Can you see this? That worked. Yeah, that's worked. I don't understand. Unable to connect to chat. Right. Let's see if there's anything popping up here. No, I don't understand what to do. Right. This is confusing as all hell. So yeah, I mean, I can only assume no one's commented anything, right? Which makes sense. I was worried about no one watching this. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I think I might actually end it there. Maybe check out the TikTok if you were so inclined. As I mentioned, there are 2 videos up at the minute. ASMR with Ollie _ and yeah, I guess if you wanted to watch this another time, you are welcome to do that as well. But no, thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate it. It's pretty cool to do something a bit different, you know. And yeah, I don't know if this is like a good time to do a live stream either. For me, it was 8:30, so I literally woke up, rolled out of bed, as you can see from the bed head, and just cracked into it. I've got a coffee over there, which I'm gonna smash back in a minute. And then I have to go to my soul crushing job and just like smile all day, which is awful. I'd much rather just stay here. Oh, another thing actually, before I go, I was going to last night. So before I did this live stream, I was sitting down, I was setting up to film this video, and I was like, actually, no, I think we're better in a live stream format. So what I'll do is I'll upload Legends of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or Wind Waker. I wasn't sure which one I was going to play, but I was going to do like a gaming video kind of thing. So wasn't sure if that would be something you would be inclined to watch. If it is, just chuck us a like on this, because I do want to get into gaming. Not gaming as such. Like I don't appreciate it's an old GameCube game, but like uploading ASMR gaming videos, like especially Zelda, because I quite like Zelda. It's a fun game. It's just good. Oh, cool. Thanks for the likes, guys. So yeah, I'll upload that then tonight once it's so dark. It's crazy. So yeah, I will do that then. And yeah, I'll upload that for tomorrow maybe if you were interested. And yeah, if there's any other videos you'd like me to make, obviously I wish the chat were working. I can't. It says chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. So I don't know really whether anything's actually happening. I do apologise. My phone again. But yeah, it's 4 minutes to 9 a.m. now. So I think I will call it a day there. If you did like this live stream, I guess yeah, just chuck it a like so I know. If you didn't like it, chuck it a dislike. Let's use it what it's for. So if you didn't like the live stream, dislike. If you liked it, give it a like. And if it if it works out that it was a popular thing for me to do, then I will do another one. If not, I shall never fraternize with this idea ever again. It shall not ever be. I shan't ever. So yeah, cool. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow because I upload every single day. Thanks. Take care. Bye. And he's going to click end stream. End the stream. End the stream. End the stream. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. Sorry. Bye.